red skin, horns, fangs the size of daggers. You just burst into existence in the darkest corner of Yomi, the underworld itself. Welcome to your new life. Your mother? Izanami, the goddess of death and creation. She's busy making more creatures just like you, so don't expect a hug. You crawl out from the shadows with massive clawed hands, 3 fingers on each, already sharp enough to tear through stone. A roar escapes your throat before you even know what sound is. You're big. You're angry. And you have absolutely no idea why. The other Oni around you aren't exactly friendly. They're red, blue, black, and yellow, all stomping around with iron clubs called kanabo. One of them sees you and grunts. That's basically a hello down here. Another one tries to take a swing at you with his club. You duck, barely. Lesson 1. Trust nobody. Not even the other demons who look exactly like you. You wander through the endless caverns of the underworld, and eventually, you figure out what you're supposed to do. You're a warden of hell now. Your job? Torment the wicked souls sent down here by King Yama, the big boss of this whole operation. He sits on a giant throne and judges the dead. When he points at someone and growls, "Guilty," that soul gets handed off to you and your fellow Oni. Then the fun begins. Your first assignment is a soul who apparently did some terrible things when he was alive. You don't really care about the details, you just know he's yours now. You grab your kanabo, that massive iron club covered in spikes, and get to work. Every swing sends the soul screaming. Every impact makes you feel stronger. Is this what purpose feels like? Maybe. But deep down, something stirs. You want more than this basement gig. Months pass, years maybe. Time doesn't really work the same way down here. You've gotten bigger. Your horns have grown longer, curving back from your forehead in a way that makes you look terrifying. Your muscles bulge against your tiger pelt loincloth. Oh yeah, you wear tiger skin now. It's basically the Oni dress code. Nobody told you why, but you think it has something to do with the northeast, the demon gate direction. Tigers and oxen rule that corner of the spirit world, and so your look matches it perfectly. Horns from the ox, stripes from the tiger, fashion that screams "I will eat you." One day, you hear a rumor from another Oni. Up above, in the world of the living, there are mountains, caves, forests so thick that sunlight never touches the ground. And the best part? Fresh prey, not just souls, real, living creatures. Your stomach growls at the thought. Down here, you only get to punish what's already dead. Up there, you can hunt. You make your move. Climbing through the cracks between worlds, you emerge on a mountainside in ancient Japan. The air hits your face for the first time. Cold, crisp, alive. You take a deep breath and let out a roar that echoes across the valley. Birds scatter, deer bolt. Everything with a pulse within a mile knows something terrible just arrived. Your new home is a cave deep in the mountains. It's damp, dark, and perfect. From here, you can see villages below, smoke rising from tiny houses. Your mouth waters. But you're not stupid. Charging down there right now would get you noticed, and Oni who get noticed tend to get hunted. So you wait, you watch, you learn their patterns. Nightfall is your time. You creep down the mountain, your massive frame somehow silent despite weighing as much as 3 horses. Your special trick? Shapeshifting. That's right. You can transform your appearance to look however you want. Tonight, you take the form of a traveling monk, robes and all. A farmer sees you on the road and waves. You wave back. He has no idea that behind those borrowed eyes, you're picking out which part of him looks tastiest. But you don't strike. Not yet. Being an Oni isn't just about power. It's about patience. You return to your cave and plan your first real hunt in the living world. Days later, you spot a group of travelers on the mountain path. They've got supplies, food, weapons they don't know how to use. You step out from behind a rock, still in your monk disguise, and offer them directions. They thank you. One of them even gives you some rice. How thoughtful. You smile, and for a brief moment, your fangs show through. One traveler notices. His eyes go wide. Too late. You drop the disguise. Your skin flares red. Your horns sprout. Your body expands to its full, terrifying size. The travelers scream, but screaming doesn't help. Your jaws open wide, and in one gulp, the first one is gone. That's the Oni specialty. Oni hitokuchi. One mouthful, one bite, one gone. The others try to run, but your legs are long, and your hunger is longer. By the time the sun sets, you're full for the first time in your entire existence. This is the life. Over the years, you build a reputation. Villages whisper your name. Parents tell their children to behave or the Oni will come for them. You kind of enjoy being a bedtime story. Your territory expands. Other Oni recognize your strength and stay away. Some even try to challenge you for your mountain. Big mistake. Your Kanabo has gotten plenty of practice, and these challengers learn fast that you don't share. Then mating season arrives. You didn't even know Oni had a mating season, but here it is. A female Oni, skin blue as twilight, horns curving elegantly, wanders into your territory. She's looking for the strongest Oni around. Lucky you. The courtship isn't exactly romantic. There's a lot of roaring, some wrestling, and at one point she throws a boulder at your head to test your reflexes. You catch it. She seems impressed. Good enough. A while later, little Oni start appearing. They're small, loud, and constantly hungry. Parenting isn't really your strong suit. You mostly just toss food at them and hope they figure out the rest. One of them already ate a squirrel whole. You've never been prouder. Your children scatter eventually, heading off to find their own mountains and caves. Some will become wardens in hell. Others will terrorize their own villages. The cycle continues. Meanwhile, you've been ruling this mountain for decades. Your body is still powerful, but you notice the aches now. The cold bothers you more than it used to. Young challenger Oni don't seem quite as easy to defeat as before. One spring, you hear about a festival in a nearby village. They call it Setsubun. The tradition involves throwing roasted beans while shouting, Oni wa soto, fuku wa uchi, which roughly translates to Oni get out, good fortune come in. They actually think beans can stop you. Adorable. You decide to crash the party just to prove a point. You stomp down the mountain in full demon glory, horns gleaming, fangs bared, kanabo raised high. The villagers see you and immediately start throwing beans. One hits your eye. Ow. Okay. That actually stings. Another hits your other eye. What is happening? You stumble backward, swiping at the tiny legumes pelting your face. This wasn't supposed to be a problem. You're an ancient demon of immense power. You've eaten warriors whole. And here you are, retreating because of soybeans. You make it back to your cave, dignity bruised worse than your actual body. You sit in the darkness, picking beans out of your loincloth, wondering where it all went wrong. Centuries pass. You've survived heroes, bean festivals, and other Oni trying to take your throne. Your horns are chipped now. Your red skin has faded to a dusty crimson. The cave feels colder than it used to, and your kanabo is heavier than you remember. Young Oni visit sometimes, asking for wisdom. You grunt at them, which is basically the same thing. One morning, you hear footsteps approaching your cave. Heavy ones. Confident ones. You drag yourself to the entrance and see another Oni standing there. He's young, his skin bright red, his muscles practically glowing with power. He wants your mountain. You could fight. You've won hundreds of these battles. But your bones ache, and your eyes still water every time you think about beans. Instead, you pick up your kanabo one last time, feel its weight in your claws, and think about all the souls you tormented, all the travelers you ate. All the boulders that got thrown at your head by that one blue female who stole your heart. The young Oni charges. You take a deep breath and swing. The club connects with a sound that echoes through the mountains. The young Oni flies backward, crashes through 3 trees, and lands in a heap of red limbs and broken pride. He groans, picks himself up, and limps away without looking back. You stand there, chest heaving, arms shaking, wondering if that was the last good hit you had in you. Then you notice something moving near your feet, a squirrel. It's just sitting there, staring at you with those tiny black eyes, completely unafraid. You reach down, your stomach growls, and then the squirrel throws a bean at your face and runs.